There's a 1, 2, and 3 recommendation. The second one is recommending that the Board of Education approve the specific language of the resolution of the special education due process case regarding student number L number 02-15-16. And the third one is recommending that the Board of Education provide the superintendent with the authority to make any necessary changes to the specific language of the resolution of the special education due process case regarding student number L number 02-15-16, where recommended by legal counsel Kingsbride, Herman, Frank, and Fall. Is that supposed to be Fall? Fall. And where such changes do not alter the general terms of the said resolution.
Second motion.
The motion has been made and seconded. Are there any questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Any abstaining? The ayes have it unanimously. We'll go back onto your agenda items. If we could, 17A, please.
I recommend that the Board of Education approve the following personnel to be added to the district substitute list for the 2015-2016 school year. First certification, Act 24, 34, 151, 114, 153, 168 guidelines, employment eligibility verification, and U.S. Department of Justice, as listed.
The motion has been made and seconded. Are there any questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Any abstaining?
I will abstain.
The ayes have it by a vote of 7 yes and 1 abstention by Mrs. Bliss. Item 17B, do we have a motion, please?
I recommend that the Board of Education appoint the following to the listed coaching positions for the 2015-2016 school year at the salary listed in the professional employees contract, pending adjustment upon updated contract contingent upon receipt of clearances as listed.
I'll second that.
I'm sorry, the second motion. Mr. Gaudenzi. This motion has been made and seconded. Are there any questions or comments?
I have a comment. I have a concern. I have a concern about the commitment of our head coaches to the programs that they lead in their entirety, from overseeing our youth programs with the football team, with the basketball team, those that feeder programs, with the soccer programs. Because the thing that really strikes me is the commitment level that we have when we have to balance things, professional life, and for example, we have one person who is the head coach of pro sports, and that, with a time-consuming aspect of being a head coach of an entire program, strikes me to be odd that the commitment level can be there 110% in building a program that is successful at Western Wayne. That is a concern that I have. And I would hope, moving forward, that we would be able to look abstractly and subjectively at the fact, objectively, I apologize, objectively at the fact that we need to do what's best for student athletes in our district. And that is to really assess, we have a lot of great things that happen in the district. We have a lot of areas we can improve. That's everyday life. But I think we need to start looking at making vast improvements. And I think it really goes to that commitment level, to making sure that our programs are there to be built upon.
Any other questions or comments?
I just wanted to say, with the coaches that you're referring to, I think their commitment level is there, and I think it proves in the sports that they teach. Because, I mean, their commitment is there with the amazing hours that they put in. And so I think anyone who wants to take on 2 sports a year, they're committed 110%. So.
You're committed 110%, but you don't make your strides in season, you make them in the off season. And to make a successful program, It requires 100% attention at all times.
And I think they are, in my opinion.
I don't want a balancing act.
One of the things we did talk about at the last meeting was at the end of every
At the work
season,
session.
at the work session, the last, on Wednesday night, was that following every sports season, immediately following it, we're going to be advertising the coaching positions for that same sport for the following year. Just saying something very similar to what you are, that gives everybody the opportunity to have plenty of time to apply, for the administration and board to have plenty of time to have discussion, and then lastly, for that approved coach to then have 2/3 of the year to develop the strategy for the program as well. So we did have that discussion. It is something that we're going to implement immediately following the fall season, and so that we do have the time to make good decisions and evaluate it, but also the time for each coaching program to set their program up for the year, so that we can achieve bigger and better things in all of those sports going forward.
And I appreciate your time, I do, and I thank you.
Any others? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Any abstaining? The ayes have it unanimously. Item 17C, please.
I recommend that the Board of Education approve the following volunteers contingent upon receipt of clearances: Karina Robbins for track and field, and Laura Rusnak for middle school.
I'll second the motion.
The motion has been made and seconded. Are there any questions or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Any abstaining? The ayes have it unanimously. On informational items, you'll see in your packet an opinion from King Spry regarding board member attendance at training. The Pennsylvania Department of Education Division of School Facilities has reviewed and approved Plan Con Part K, project refinancing of Series A of 2010, Series AA of 2010, and Series B of 2010 into Series of 2015 for our South Elementary School, now known as Evergreen. All documents related to the approval will be entered into the minutes of this meeting. Our calendar of events: homecoming was held this past Friday evening in the rain, beautiful night. The band craft fair is October 17th at the middle school. Picture makeup day for the high school will be October 29th. Early dismissal will be held at noon on October 30th for an in-service day. Middle school Rachel's Challenge Rally will be October 21st from 1:25 to 2:40 p.m. And Rachel's Challenge Rally will be on October 22nd at Lador Lodge from 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. Do we have any correspondence at this time? Are there any questions regarding the superintendent's report? Assistant superintendent's report? The principal's reports? Special education reports? Do we have any report of federal programs?
No, Mr. President.
Thank you. Have any of the board members further business at this time? Hearing none, our meeting schedule is listed. October 28th at 6 p.m. a board committee meeting will be held here in the district boardroom. On November 2nd at 7 p.m. will be our next public board meeting here in the district boardroom. Our recent meetings were September 17th at 6 p.m. a board committee meeting for negotiations with the Teachers Association was held in the district boardroom. On September 28th at 6 p.m. a board committee meeting for negotiations with the Teachers Association was held here in the district boardroom. And on September 30th from 6 to 7 p.m. a board executive session was held here in the district boardroom, which was followed by our board committee meeting at 7:10 p.m. On September 30th also from 7:35 to 8 p.m. a second board executive session was held. Hearing no further business, do we have a motion for adjournment?
I'd like to make that motion.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
All right, Mr. Hershey. Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. We are adjourned, folks. Thank you very much.